DynamicCarStore.com to get the cars. Icons, legends aiming at the stars. Hursty at checkout to save your points. Now your bank account won't be staying empty. DynamicCarStore.com. Use code Hursty. Go on.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to the QPR Career Mode. If you're not all caught up with this series, then make sure you go and check out the playlist, get yourself caught up, and then welcome to today's episode. Now before we start, yes, I want to address that yes, I thought this shirt fit me better than it does. Yes, it's quite tight, and no, I won't be wearing it again. But regardless, let's get into today's episode. First game we've got today, I know it's going to be a tricky one as we are against Liverpool. Going to be a very, very tough one indeed as we go into October. Then we have got Leicester as well. So obviously we're away at Anfield and then we're at home at the Kind Prince. It's going to be a tricky old couple of games, but hopefully too that we can come away with some good points. But before we get to that, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at our youth system because we have got another month's worth of stuff coming in. So I'm going to sim our way to that and then we'll see who we've got in and also some loans actually. We'll go through that now very quickly. So short-term loan to Anderlecht has been agreed for Paul Smith. Aussie Kakai, the main man himself, is off on loan to New York City FC. And shock horror, Albert Adoma's contract, yet again, not gone through. Okay, a couple of transfer things before we look at our youth squad again right now is that Ahmed is going out on a short-term loan to Cologne, or I'm not entirely sure who that is, I won't lie to you. This is not the team in Germany, I'm fairly sure. But Adoma, again, another team. Negotiations gone down, but let's look at the youth squad. Let's see what's going on. It's just Matube right now, and obviously he is looking pretty decent. He's got that good sort of potential ahead of him. He's still 15 though, so we can't call him up and get him loaned out, which is a bit of a stinker. But one thing I want to address before we get near to the January transfer window is our squad at the moment is a big boy. We've got a lot of squad players. You can see as we scroll through, there are many, many, many players that we have at this club. And realistically, at some point, some of these players are going to have to go. And I'm struggling to work out who to actually get rid of. I think some players like Alpha, like Ramkield, players, I'm trying to think of other ones that I go through, maybe Duke McKenna. Obviously, Adoma will be going. People like George Thomas, people who aren't getting into this squad. And there are other people like Duncan, Owens, Deshane Dalling. These kind of players that just aren't going to get into the team right now. Is it worth me just selling these guys now? After they get back from their loans, if they're out on loan or if they're not on loan and people aren't coming in for them, is it worth us just transfer listing them and in January maybe having a bit of a, you know, an offload and get a few players off the wage bills and everything. And so for the next season, we can really focus on what we're doing, really focus on trying to get some of these other guys through. That is a fantastic kit, by the way. Batachi, lucky boy. But I have to say, I'm still trying to work out what I'm going to do going forward because we've got plenty of players here, but realistically, we need to get some players off the book, especially if next season, a signing I would like to make, we're going to have to free up some wages. That's all I'm going to say. But that's stuff to think about for future Tom. That's future Tom's problem. For now, my problem is playing against Liverpool. Let's get this team ready, shall we? Okay, up against them, we can see they are going to be potentially playing their first team. Klosterman, by the way, has come in, and Koke has come into the team as well. Interesting signings there. No Joe Gomez, which is good for me in a Sim Career Mode, or not Sim Career Mode, but playing against the AI is what I mean. We're going with our main team, however. Ramsdale, Hammerline, and Carter Vickers, Dickey, and Kane. Amos and Chaloba in the midfield. Ellis Todd on the left. Brighter Sai Samuel on the right, with Obafemi and Lyndon Dykes up top. I'm really, really nervous for this game, but the boys are in form. Hopefully, we can go into this game and get 3 points. Let's just give out our all, boys. Let's try our best. Another stadium, as I said previously in the last episode, that I really wanted to go to, Everton. I would love to go to Anfield at some point. I would absolutely love to go and just soak in that atmosphere, and it's a stadium I'd love to go to. At the moment, the best I can do, especially during the global pandemic, is play on FIFA. So hopefully we can come away today with a pretty good memory of Anfield and hopefully pick up 3 points. That is the hopes, that is the aims. Let's see if we can go ahead and pick up some vital points. This is top of the table, though. It's not going to be easy. They've worked the ball forward quite nicely here. Koke has played pretty darn well with Firmino. Firmino's actually done really well to win that, but I think Firmino might have been offside. That was crazy how that kind of just ended up straight into the box here from that flicked on header, and that was, oh, he was quite a bit offside actually. Mate, I thought I had that covered. I thought I was about to sort of work my way backwards, but as I said, Koke and Firmino playing really nicely together, making some nice little bit of interplay, and just there, we saw witness to it, and it very nearly became a bit of our downfall. But hold on a second. Classic QPR on this career mode. Oh, the counter-attack couldn't happen. Unlucky Lyndon Dykes, not the best pass, mate. Oh, here we go. He's worked it forward. Firmino, really good tackle there. Hammerlinen steps in as well to get rid of it. However, Hammerlinen's kicked it straight at Firmino instead of kicking it out. But Hammerlinen, again, steps in well. Trent Alexander-Arnold is really high up the pitch here. And now we have got Ellis Todd trying to burst through. Fabinho is going to try and catch up to him, but I don't think he's going to catch up to Ellis Todd. Surely not. He's keeping up with him, boys. He's actually keeping up with him. But Ellis Todd going to whip that ball in as quickly as he can. Good block from Fabinho. Really good counter there. But I have to say, credit to Fabinho for covering Trent so well there. Because he literally, without Fabinho, Ellis Todd was on just a clean run through and we would have had the easiest pass into the middle you've ever seen in life. However, we've played it back here to Luke Amos. Lyndon Dykes has got Van Dijk ahead of him. Can he go anywhere? No, he can't. Van Dijk's too strong there, too quick. Salah is on the ball. He's turned inside Hammerline and he's just cut inside again there. Dickey couldn't get to that. It's a really good shot there. I think that was Koke who's played that effort. But a very good save from Ramsdale. I have to say, a very, very good save from Ramsdale. They're going to play this short by the looks of things here. They they've kind of played a really weird one, but thankfully Bright gets back there to get rid of it. And he's going to play a very calm through ball out. And Lyndon Dykes is the man to get there. Now Van Dijk is going to try and keep up with him. Come on, Bright. I need you to make me a run now, Bright. Good stuff. Van Dijk's kind of not sure where he's going now. And now Bright Sassam is going to cut inside. He's got Robertson on the inside of him now instead of Van Dijk to beat. Ellis Todd. Can he cut it down to Bright? He can. Really good pass. There we go, boys. Get in there. What a goal that is. That is a fantastic attack on the break. But it was a much slower like counter-attack. It wasn't really like a proper counter. It was a counter with a nice bit of possession, a nice bit of tiki-taka. Really good stuff from Bright and Dykes on the left-hand side. Bright cuts up, finds Ellis Todd. And that pass back from Ellis Todd here, that run from Bright is fantastic. That pass from Ellis Todd is beautiful. Trent caught in no man's land and lovely stuff there from Bright Samuel. As I said, in this career mode, he's here to stay for now because he is doing the absolute business for us. 1-0 against Liverpool, 30 minutes in. And I have to say, I think it's deserved, boys. Firmino's got this ball in a nice attacking position. Dickey's trying to come out and match him, but Dickey can't quite get that ball off him. But Hammerlinen's going to come across, step in. Oh, that ball went through. That's pretty much exactly what we just had at the other end where we've played it in and Trent couldn't quite get there. That time, I think it might have been Carter Vickers who was just short of getting that. But Henderson, of all people, is the man who actually got that goal. I hadn't actually worked out who it was who scored, but it's not good to concede there because obviously they've got such a good side. It's going to be a really, really tricky one, but very, very well worked goal, I have to say. Oh no, it's Chalobah who just missed with that slide, but I mean, Ramsdale's never getting that. All he could do is try and pre-jump that. But Henderson with his first goal of the season, that's a real stinker to concede against Henderson because he's just not the kind of goal scorer you expect to concede against here. But 1-1, man, a bit frustrated, but I have to say, as much as I felt like we deserved the goal, to be fair, they didn't really deserve to be behind. So 1-1, it's fair for now. Let's finish this first half. Let's see if we can finish in a good form though. Ellis Todd working down the wing here. Going to play it inside now to Obafemi, but that's a really good tackle from Fabinho, I have to say. Very, very well slid in to win that. Now we're going to play this all the way back here to Amos. Amos with a good first touch. Going to turn. Oh, he's got Obafemi in there, but I can't quite play it to him. Hammerlinen now. He's going to have to play back to Chalobah. We see Lyndon Dykes play it to his feet. Obafemi was offside anyway, I think. That I tried to play that through ball, but it wasn't a particularly good through ball. But very nearly half time. Very nearly half time. Come on, don't let them get an attack here. They played it backwards, ref. Come on now. Referee, they've played it backwards. Look at this. My God. I tell you, every time it's like that, the referee stops it immediately if I pass it even vertically. We had a through ball that one time. Do you remember that through ball with Bright? I think I was in the last episode and he called it. But there, he was willing to let that play on for ages. But it's 1-1 at half time. I have to say, probably a justifiable result. I think that's a relatively fair result. You can see they've had a lot of the ball, but we've had one shot and we have made it count. What we need to do is we need to get our foot in the ball a little bit more, which has been tricky. But I think the players we've got in the pitch are our best chance at doing that. Now, we've got 2 weeks between this and the Leicester game. So I can afford to keep players on a little bit longer than normal here. I'm only really going to make changes if I feel like we need to for the sake of picking up a result. If I need to go 5 at the back and go to a 5-4-1, then I will do, and I'll bring on Marston or I'll bring on Ludwig, whatever I need to do. Or, of course, I'll bring on a Cam if I need to like have an extra man in the midfield. Whatever it is we need to do, we'll make it happen. But for now, the squad we've got is what we're going to run with. Let's go with the same team, boys. Come on, we can do it. We've gone up before in this already. Let's try and do it again. Let's, come on. They've worked this ball quite nicely out here to Salah. Salah, does just about get it past Carter Vickers after Carter Vickers pretty much made that initial tackle, but they've worked it around again. Koke now plays it to Mane. Mane tries to play it across there to Firmino, but a really good block there from Rob Dickey, and a very important block as well. Now, they're making a substitution, I think, here. They are. They're bringing on Origi. Oh, dear. Firmino off, Origi on. Oh, no, not what I wanted to see at all, because I know how much people love Origi, and if we can see to Origi, then we are never going to hear the end of it. But they've played it backwards there. Koke with a good effort, but Ramsdale with another very good save. He's playing as like an 82 rated keeper right now. He really is doing very, very well for us, and I'm really happy that he is who we picked up. They played it in again to Mane. They're trying to cross these into Mane, but Mane obviously not the tallest of people, so thankfully we've just about been able to get these got rid of as and when it comes in. But Koke now is going to get this ball short. Brightside Samuel has been turned inside out there by Koke. Todd Kane very nearly receiving the same treatment there. Good block from Todd. Come on, mate. Keep it out, Kane. Come on, buddy. Good stuff. Oh, Henderson has played it in. Koke He's going to try and find that pass across to whoever he can get it to. Oh, he's played it past one. Chalobah does really well. Well done, Trevor, mate. They've worked the ball quite nicely out wide here. Carter Vick is going to have to be the man to commit to this ball for Robertson. But now we have Todd Kane out there. Todd Kane is going to try and do his best, but they've worked it inside. Mane on that ball, on a really weird and selfish shot there, I have to say. If he just kept that ball and played that pass across to Origi, who knows what could have happened there. But Ellis Todd now on the ball, going to play it into Amos. Back to Ellis Todd. He's going to look forward and find Obafemi. Obafemi's going to have to turn. Lyndon Dykes up against Van Dijk. Oh, damn it, boys. Van Dijk has been too much, man. He's kept Lyndon so quiet this whole game, and it's been very evident that he hasn't been able to get involved. But I have caused a foul. That's my bad. I pressed circle. Probably shouldn't have done. Carter Vickers has been booked, but I'm making a couple of changes. Trevor Chalobah is going to make his way off for done ball. Just some fresh legs in the middle of the park there. Two very similar kind of players. And Macaulay Bond's going to come up top for Obafemi. Again, just fresh legs up top. He's not as quick as Obafemi, but some fresh legs hopefully can be enough to try and bring that ball forward if we need it. And, you know, just on that counter, maybe just fresh legs instead of quick legs might help us out a little bit more. But he's turned inside Todd Kane there. They've worked it around. That's Henderson again. Well done to Todd Kane. Doing really well to step in and win that ball off of Henderson's, well, off of his foot, really. But here we go. Ellis Todd on that counter-attack. We see Macaulay Bonne ahead of him. Ellis Todd now. We're going to see if we can make that space. Ellis Todd's going to shoot on his left foot. It's a good save. Oh, it's pushed right back into the middle of the box. But Dykes couldn't quite get there ahead of Klosterman, who's very tired, by the way. That could be our real in here, is the fact that Klosterman is very, very tired. But I've got to get that ball first because there's only a minute left on the clock there. I didn't realise it was quite that near to the end of the game. We're going to have to get it back. However, they've got it here in the middle of the park. Surely that's going to be time, ref, because look at where the ball is. Look at where they're going with it. They've played it forward. We're in an extra minute into added on time. But Trent decided to game over. He kicked the ball up himself. Man, a bit of a stinker when we've played as well as we have. However, I have to take it into consideration. Top of the table. Probably the best team to play against in the entire career mode. We've done very well there. A point away to Liverpool is a fantastic result. I'm very, very happy with that. And I promise you, that honestly really is one of the best results we could have picked up there. Could have been 3 points. Could have been fantastic for us. But I'm not going to be bitter. I'm not going to be upset. We're going to look at the stats and you'll see that they probably did deserve to win the game when you look at everything there. Look, they have way more shots. They have more possession. Realistically, I can't be mad. I'll take a point, boys. Well done. Well, I'm very, very happy with how we've done. I've got a board saying your contribution. Hello. I want to thank you for reaching the significant brand exposure. Oh, sweet. Oh, there we go. Smash it. So there we go. We've actually hit our brand exposure, selling £10.8 million worth of shirt sales. Lovely stuff. Very, very happy with that. So that means that our brand exposure stuff should be done, right? Oh, financial. Okay. So we've still got to do some of the other stuff. Premier League avoid relegation. It's looking good that we're going to be doing that right now. Emirates FA Cup. I can't remember where we are. 7 clean sheets. We've got 2. Not loads, but we need to get some more clean sheets. And within 2 seasons, have 1 player from the youth academy. That one's going to be a tricky one because of how good our squad is and the fact that we're now in the Prem. But we could potentially get that done. Now, we've got a loan agreement here for Hassini going out on a 2-year loan. Fine with me, mate. Absolutely fine with me. I'm very happy with both of these going through. Well, another offer in for Adoma. And you know what? Again, we're going to accept it. But again, I don't expect it to go through. Okay, so I've had an offer here for Dylan Duncan to like a loan to then buy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delegate it. I'm going to go with the loan option to buy. I'm going to set it to 400,000 with a minimum of 250. And if they decide they want to sign him after that loan deal, I'm going to allow it. Just because of the amount of players we have on the books, it means that A, he goes out on loan for a season potentially, and it means they have the option to pick him up as well, and we have the opportunity to make a little bit of money while he's out on loan anyway. So for me, it's a bit of a win-win. I'm going to potentially agree to more of those, depending on the players that they come in for. But for now, we've got our game against Leicester up here, so let's see how we do against Leicester. Going to be a tricky one, but hopefully a little bit easier than the Liverpool game was. I have just seen that Leicester are still in 18th place. They are having an absolute stinker of a season by the looks of things. I'll be very interested to see the players that they're actually playing or the predicted lineup that they think they're going to be putting out. Because actually here, this is a game that, looking at the table, we should win. So I'm going to sort my team out and let's see how it goes. Okay, so looking at the lineup, I have made a couple of changes. You can see they've got a few sort of players that I know from Ultimate Team and stuff are around silver rating. So you know what? I thought let's have a little bit of rotation in here. I brought in Ilias Chair on the left. Macaulay Bonne is going to start today. We've brought in Ludwig at right back as well to get him some game time. So a little bit of rotation, but I'm still very happy with the squad and I'm still confident that we can go out and get 3 more points. Okay, home at the Kyle Prince Foundation Stadium. Hopefully today another 3 points to be picked up. Obviously a tricky game against Liverpool in that first one, but this is a game that I think we can win, especially against a team that are in the bottom 3. But Leicester are a team that definitely shouldn't be in that bottom 3. So It's going to be a tricky one because they're going to be obviously pushing for as many wins as they can. But let's go for this win today. Let's really push ourselves and get 3 more points. That'll be good for us. Dykes is going to play it off to Macaulay Bonne. Bonne with a really good touch to take it past the defenders. Benkovic, I think, just completely steps past him. But Dykes now just going to take his time. We're going to rotate this ball around. We're going to play it backwards. We see that pass back there. Chaloba's going to find Lyndon Dykes. Dykes, I tried to chip it because I thought Ward was coming out. What a ball that was. That 1-2 from Chaloba to Dykes was actually perfect. But if Ward had committed more out, that chip would have been perfect too. However, with hindsight, I should have just thumped it, boys. Brightside Samuel up here to Lyndon Dykes. Dykes is going to see Macaulay Bonne ahead of him. Macaulay Bonne brings it onto that right foot. Macaulay Bonne makes it 1-0. Good stuff there from Macaulay Bonne. That little bit of play from Dykes, Bonne and Brightside Samuel is absolutely perfection. Again, that ball from Bright to Dykes, and then look at that run. That run from Macaulay Bonne is exactly what you want. A simple pass from Dykes and a lovely run and finish from Macaulay Bonne. He's done really well. Again, not somebody that I play all that often because he's kind of hit his potential now, which absolutely sucks. However, 3 goals in the Prem this season for us. He's doing very well, I have to say. Very happy with Macaulay Bonne. It's good to see him getting the goals when he gets the opportunities. They've worked the ball out wide here. They're going to go backwards. They keep working it to the wingers and then playing it back to the midfield. It's really odd. They keep doing that like on repeat, more than other teams do. But here we've been a little bit lucky there. But Ilias Chair, it's going to be through. Ilias Chair is going to try and set away Lyndon Dykes. Lyndon Dykes pulls it onto his right, takes that stop, takes that touch and finds the back of the net. Lyndon Dykes doing what Lyndon Dykes does, and that is scoring goals for QPR in this career mode. Lovely stuff. 2-0 up. Very, very good stuff. Again, Ilias Chair coming in and doing really well, getting himself that goal. I'm really, really happy to see that. Would love to see that kind of link up in real life working out as well as it has there with Ilias Chair and Lyndon Dykes. But really good stuff. Really nice pass from Macaulay Bonne, who has definitely been a fantastic player in this game so far. He has by far been the most instrumental player in this entire game so far today. But Dykes notching up to 7 goals in the league so far. Lovely stuff. Come on, boys. This is looking good for us today. This should be a good win. Let's keep it up. They've worked the ball over the top here and out wide. Now, Carter Vick is going to have to try and step up to this man here. So, good little ball in the box there. Slimani, who's not the shortest of people, even though he's playing at left wing, does jump up to win that. But Chaloba not only won that ball, but also then took it past that. I think it's Darun who's their CDM and their captain, and has played it out to Brightside Samuel, who is just going to absolutely zip away from Marcus Alonso. He is never catching Brightside Samuel. And Bright now going to play it unselfishly into Lyndon Dykes, who's hit it wide. Really gutted about that. I thought he was going to find the back of the net there. I think my guys are a little bit fuming at the fact that Dykes has gone over, but mate, nah, it was never a foul. Dykes has just slipped, but he spooned it wide. That really should have been a third. I maybe should have been selfish with Brighton taking the shot, but I just was confident that Dykes would bury it, but not on his left foot maybe. Ball has been worked over the top here, and again, Hammerlinen and Carter Vickers both being given work to do on that left-hand side, as the attacks down the right really haven't been that often. But he's found the back of the net there within Sammy. That's in that bottom left-hand corner. Ramsdale being at his close post, which is a real shame. I was saying how well he's doing in that Liverpool game. And there, that's really the first effort that they've had. Again, clean sheets are something I need to try and get because that is something the board has specifically asked me for. And yet again, we have given away that clean sheet. And at home as well was a real shame. You can see that ball through. He is definitely onside, yeah. It's a really good run. Dickie's kind of left him with a bit too much space. It's a little bit unlucky there. But right before half-time is a really stinky time to concede. Because going in at half-time with a clean sheet really would have put us in a good position. 2-0 up and we're looking good. But now it's 2-1. It's a little bit disappointing, I have to say. It would have been nice, like I said, to have got that clean sheet for at least that first half. But sadly, hasn't quite worked out. We're going to lose the ball in the middle of the park there. Surely the ref's going to blow that whistle, though, because it is now past that 1 minute added on. It is the full-time, half-time whistle. Full-time would be optimistic. But a very good half from us, I have to say. We have played very well. I'm very happy with how we're performing. I don't really want to take off Macaulay Bonne because he's been playing very well. I'm actually interested to see the player ratings. He's on an 8.6. He's not quite as good as Dykes has been doing apparently, but I would like to bring on Obafemi, but I feel like I can't. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to change a formation. I'm still going to take off Bonne, but I'm going to bring on Pepe R. So I'm going to give him a little bit of game time. So in the 4-2-3-1, what we're going to do is swap these guys around because for some reason I still haven't gone through and like actually fixed this, which is really stupid of me. And I will do that at some point. But we're going to bring on Pepe R. So we're going to give him a good 45 minutes and see if he can just get some more game time, a bit of match fitness and stuff. And it also includes that happiness because he's a little bit annoyed that he's not playing much, which I understand. Ilias Chairs working this ball backwards quite nicely here. Lyndon Dykes is going to play it all the way out to Brightside Samuel. That is a lovely bit of play there to find Brightside Samuel in space. Pepe Arce is in space as well. Oh, it's gone to Lyndon Dykes. I would have loved Pepe Arce to have scored that. At least we found the goal. At least Lyndon Dykes has stepped up to get that third goal and put us 2 goals back into the lead. But I tried to play that across to Pepe Arce. I would have loved Pepe to have got another goal for himself. That would have been fantastic. But I'm still happy to see Lyndon Dykes score and I'm still happy to see us getting goals. But I don't know if you can see here. That ball out to Bright, by the way, was beautiful. I've played it to Pepe, but it's Dykes is like, nah, I've got this one, bro, and just steps in and gets the goal. And to be fair, that's what a striker would do there. They wouldn't leave it for each other. They would find that goal. That's the main thing. 3-1 up. Lovely stuff. Good job, boys. They've worked the ball here to Adama Traore. He's in a little bit of space Thankfully, Adama Traore's messed up there, and that ball was trickled out for a goal kick. And with that goal kick, we are going to make a couple of changes. Dumball coming in into the midfield for Chaloba, and Connor Martin's going to come on and get a few minutes in for Carter Vickers. Again, just a little bit of rotation, a little bit of fitness, and obviously some match sharpness for these guys too, because Martin doesn't really get to step in too much, but it's good to have that third option in the team, just in case of injuries and stuff. But now Ilias Chair's going to be through here. Let's concentrate on this just quickly first. Ilias Chair's going to play up into the middle. Good block from the defender there. But again, like I was saying, just get a little bit of match sharpness for people like, like Pepe Arce, like Connor Marston, just for a little bit of rotation. So we've got these options going forward. But Bright's going to put in a fantastic ball. Lyndon Dykes up with the header. Wasn't offside, but also was not marked at all. That is the easiest header that Lyndon Dykes is ever going to score. That was such a great ball. I cannot believe he was onside. Who on earth is keeping Lyndon Dykes onside there? Oh, there's that player there. I don't know if you can see, like, number 2. I think that's Justin. Has kept him way onside. He's stayed right near that goal line. And that there is a very, very good header from Lyndon Dykes. Again, like I said before, would love to see him getting these kind of goals, getting these crosses in, and him getting his head on the end of those. But that is fantastic. 4-1, really gutted now that we conceded that goal, and that clean sheet would have been perfect. But this is a very good performance from a very good side right now. QPR, we are doing bits here. We're here to stay in the Prem, I can tell you that for a fact. Connor Marston out wide here to try and keep the ball off of Darun, stop him getting that ball in the middle, and he's had to play it backwards, and they've played it around quite well actually. I have to say, they've worked that ball forward quite nicely. They've got it in the middle now. Very easy pass into Alonso. Marcus Alonso plays it out wide to Darun, though Darun struggles to bring it down. They try and play it back in. Very easily defended there, and now Ilias Chair up against Chillemans, and I think he's got the beating pace wise of him. Basuma, I don't think he's going to catch up with him either, the ex-Brighton player. Going to get that ball into the middle. Oh, it's deflected, but it drops to Bright. Bright tries to chest it down, takes it past one. Doesn't quite get it past the man. They're going to try and play it around the back here, and that is going to be full time. 4-1. What a victory that is, I have to say. Very, very happy with that performance. Hattrick hero in Lyndon Dykes as well. Back into that goal scoring form, because the goals for Dykes have been a little bit less frequent to come by. But that's obviously just because we stepped up into the Prem. And from last season, you've got to bear in mind that this is a big, big step up for any player, let alone somebody who people already said, I scored way too many goals as I should have done with Lyndon Dykes last season. But he just scored goals. He was our goal man. And I have to say, this season, he's already got himself 10, I believe now, which is fantastic stuff. Very good performance from the boys. A very big 3 points. And Leicester still struggling down in that bottom half of the table. But you know what? Oh, mate, those stats, that shows everything. Lovely stuff. We Leicestered them, boys. We Leicestered them. Well, as you can see, we are now in 7th place. Man City and Arsenal. Man City, by the way, have done very, very well to get themselves back up into this position. But we are behind both of them on goal difference. Both teams on 7. Have to say, really, really good stuff from us here. We are keeping up with the big boys. Liverpool, Spurs, United, Chelsea, City, Arsenal, and then QPR. The infamous top 6, or the big 6. And we're there in 7th place. I have to say, very, very happy with that. 9 games in to be in 7th place is unbelievable. We are 4 points technically off top of the table, which is outrageous. But again, I'm playing on Ultimate. There's not too much more I can do about that. I promise you I'm doing everything I can. Leicester drop to 19th as Birmingham, I think, pick up a point there and are ahead of them on goal difference after the thumping that they just received over at Leicester. But I have to say, very, very happy with the boys. Very, very happy with how we're doing. And that is going to be where we round up today's episode. A question for you guys, though. Somebody mentioned it in the previous video comment section, and I can't remember who it was, so thank you very much for who said that, and thank you for reminding me. I'm going to say that in the January transfer window, we can make one relatively, respectable and relatively realistic pre-contract signing. So only the one in January. I'm not going to go and sign, people like, if Rashford's on a pre-contract, anything like that. We're going to sign somebody who's within roughly the ratings of our squad. Nobody who's above an 80 is going to be my rule of thumb. I don't want anyone above an 80 on a pre-contract, but we are allowed one person on that pre-contract. So this is the 2nd season. If you guys know of anyone in that 2nd season that's a realistic and decent pre-contract to pick up, then let me know in the comment section and we'll pick our favourite and go ahead and pick them up in January. It's worth thinking about it now. I know we've got a few episodes until then, but it's worth getting that thought in our minds before then. But for now, guys, thank you for watching this. If you enjoyed it, then please do leave a like. It helps me, the video, and the series out a whole bunch. So thank you, of course, to everyone who does leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video or indeed go live with a live stream. For now, guys, I want to say thank you very much for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands.
What?
In a bit.
Yeah, now his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, we'll say hello. Entertained, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty Games, yeah, you already know. Hursty Games.